So let's get started with our first question. Like, what is notarization?
In simple terms, Sri, notarization means you get your signature notarized. Most of the people think it is, the documents is getting notarized, whereas it's not. It's their signature is getting notarized. Say, when, any receiving agency, say the Indian consulate, bank, financial institutions, so when they want you to sign a particular document, they want to make sure that the name on the document is the same person who is signing the document. How do they know it? So they want someone other than you to witness that yes, she is the person who has signed this document. So that's where notary public comes into picture. As a notary, I act as an impartial witness, officially witness that she is the person named on the document and she has appeared in front of me and he signed this document. That's exactly we do. That's called the notarization.
That's very interesting to note that we have been thinking all along that you're notarizing the document, and
that's right.
Right, but I think it's a
not.
Very good point you mentioned.
As a notary, we also administer oath, take sworn statements, depending on the situations.
Okay.
Yes.
And what kind of documents do you use to identify the person? I mean, is it like typical driver's license, passport?
Yes, the state of California lists out 5 to 6 documents which can be used as an ID. But in general, we go with the driver license and the unexpired passport.
I see.
The important thing is the name. That's where most of the challenge I face. The name has to match exactly as in the document.
Okay.
The ID can have more names. Let's say Nathan Notary Ganeshan. It can have that. But the document should have the same name, or it can have Nathan Ganeshan. But it cannot be other way around. The document says Nathan Notary Ganeshan, and if your ID is Nathan Ganeshan, no, I can't take it.
Okay. It's very interesting to note that, and I like the way you said that unexpired passport. That's a good one. Okay. So now tell me, why did you become a notary, or how it all happened?
Wonderful question. I'm really excited to share that. There are 2 things to say. One is service and community. These are the 2 aspects. I love service. I have a passion to provide service, and I always think about after becoming a notary also, I always used to think how I can provide unique service to the community, how I can help the people. And in this competitive world, you got to be on top of all, otherwise it'll be tough. So I always used to think how I can do that. So I always think of my father. He used to say that, even now he says, of course, you need to come forward and help people when they are in need. That's where you differentiate yourself with others. So I applied the same logic, same funda to my notary public service, of course with little business sense attached to it. Secondly, community. I always believe in giving back to the community where you live or where you come from, in whatever form you can. It need not be mentioned in what form you want. So that's where I got the idea of becoming a notary public, because the word notary public itself is a public service. So but I choose that public service, the notary public service to the community. Couple of years back, when I was looking for a notary, I used to go pillar to post to find a notary, especially in the evening hours, late hours, weekends. It's hard to find notary.
I always thought that this is a honorary service. Like, you're right. So sometimes we ought to really find it. It's too hard to find.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Especially in this valley, everybody is busy with something or the other. Business, kids, school, whatnot.
Right.
And it's very hard to find a notary who is competent enough, who is, convenient to meet with, friendly to meet with, and most importantly, he was knowledgeable in the entire notarization process.
Yeah.
And not to mention, affordable.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So here's the question for you. Like you said about community service part, right?
Right.
And touch us on that. Like how you provide this as a community service in terms of the public, right?
Right. I do various, I participate I volunteer in various community events. And using Notary, the way I do the community service is I offer free notary services to all senior citizens of age 50 plus.
Very good.
Unlimited signatures, they can get it notarized. I partnered with the City of San Jose Library Evergreen branch, and I offer free notary to seniors every Saturday 2 to 3 p.m. And I also volunteer at Santa Clara City Senior Center, and I offer the same free notary to senior citizens there. And believe me, that has really drawn a very good attraction and crowd everywhere, not only in those areas, even outside.
I see.
And personally, believe me, Sri, I really love that service.
Okay, here is my question, or even for listeners, they will have questions on this. Do you really have a lot of work like that? Because see, think about us, like we occasionally bring parents, we might need to do some immigration related work where notarization is required, and or any kind of application forms that we do it.
Right.
But I don't even go to notary all the time. So
Exactly.
can you touch us?
Even including myself,
Yeah.
in the of this whole year, I've not done I've never reached out to a notary for
I
a
see.
single
I see. That's
signatures.
right. Okay.
But it's unbelievable. When I was preparing for my notary exam, I thought maybe in a few occasions where you would need notarization. But with my 3 years of experience, I see so many documents, unbelievable, and every day I come across new documents where signatures to be notarized. Especially when I'm talking about the senior, let me tell you, our senior parents who come from India, they're every year they need to provide a certificate called life certificate to get their documents, to get their pension. So when they are in US, they have to get this life certificate notarized and then send it back to India.
Okay.
Say that they are alive as on this date so that they get their pension next. In the last, especially November month is a busy month for me. Believe me, I've done close to 200 signatures free for seniors in the last 5 months.
Okay, so this document, that's pretty new. So recognizing that this person is alive, and also you put a signature, and you validate that, and then they send it.
And then I notarize his signature.
That's interesting. Okay.
So, and believe me, and especially as a community service, especially to seniors, Sri, every time when the seniors walks in, it's so, and when they get document notarized and they feel so, give me an elderly smile. It's unbelievable. I feel really happy in myself.
Right.
And I can give you one little example,
Sure.
an incident, not an example. It's a true incident. It happened. A senior walks into Evergreen Library and he asks for the staff member, where can I find the notary who provides senior free to seniors? And the staff points out to me, oh, here is the notary guy. And he comes to me and asks, I want to know who's the notary who give free service to the seniors. I said, that's me. Are you sure you are the person? I said, yes, that's me. This is my business card. And with some hesitation, he sat down and I completed my notarization. But the thought was always in my mind, why in the first place he got a doubt? Then I didn't hesitate to ask, can you please tell me, sir, why you in the first place you were a little hesitant, I see. Am I mistaken? Then he said, no, I was thinking, when I heard there is a free notary to seniors, so I thought there is a retired person who's doing a volunteer and doing this free service. So I never thought it's such a young guy would be doing this. Then I asked him, does the age matters? Then he said, no, the thought matters. I love that, it's a very good thing he said.
Yeah. Thank you. Dear listeners, we are talking to Nathan. Nathan is doing lots of community service, and he's also running the mobile notary service called Nathan. How do you?
Nathan Mobile Notary. Nathan Notary.
Nathan Notary, right? Yeah. So if you wanted to know more information about these times that he served the community and how he serviced the senior citizens, you can check them out at NathanNotary.com. NathanNotary.com. If you have any questions regarding notarizations, please do give us a call. We can take calls for the next 5 minutes. 650-723-9010. We'll be right back.